tonight?
How you doing?
Microphone check.
All right.
You okay?
That's good.
I'm originally from Chicago.
All right.
South Side.
That's right.
Low end, for those that know what that is. Yeah. I grew up in the Dearborn Projects, where the elevators was always broke. The hallways always smelled like piss. And there was always a million people in front of the buildings, day or night, no matter what time it was. And sometimes in those hallways. But it was home. And as kids, we had fun growing up, playing football in the snow, basketball, summertime, sprinklers, the talent shows, show off your breakdance skills, sing, rap, whatever your talent was. And it was our way to tune out the dangers, the community, way of tuning out the dangers that these projects was known for. You know, shooting, gangs, drugs, murders. I'm about 10 at this time, and I lost my father on Christmas to suicide. Killed himself. He took a shortcut. And this would be my beginning of attractions to shortcuts as well. You think a shortcut, you say shortcut. Yeah, a shortcut. A shortcut is when you take something long, something difficult, something uncomfortable, or something irritating. You just cut it shorter. If I get my car, I just want to get to where I'm going. I don't want to wait. How about you?
No. Right?
Right. For instance, I do work at times for State Farm Center. And when I leave out from my house, if I go out to the right, it's 9 minutes. If I leave out going to the left, it's only 6 minutes. So of course, which way would you go? To the left, right?
Yeah.
Right. It just feels better, right? It feels satisfying. It feels like you're in control, especially your time. Right. But as a kid, I didn't know how to deal with the pain of losing my father, nor of all the negativity that was all around me in the projects. So I started taking shortcuts. I took a shortcut at 13. I'm growing up. My mama wasn't feeling that. I'm out. I had to be my own father anyway, right? Now I can do whatever I wanted to do, stay out all night, hang out with my thugs, make me some money. And I was a good student at that time, but none of that even mattered. Because at 14, I was holding a gun for the first time. A few twists and turns later, I'm taking shortcuts to make fast cash. I did a kick though at a steel mill, stole the whole book of payroll checks.
Whoa.
Cashed them all over Chicago, right? I'm selling drugs. I'm in and out of jail. Everything became fast-paced. Everything was a split decision. I became more and more impatient. If it didn't happen right then and there or that day, man, forget about it. Have you ever been there? You ever needed a shortcut?
Yeah.
I mean, who don't, right? You ever been through a situation that was so painful, so hard? I mean, it could be education. It could be health. It could be saving money to get a house. But it seems like it's going to take forever. And you start to ask yourself, man, where that shortcut at? Right? Me too. So by 21, right, I had been in jail 21 times. Driving on suspended license, speeding, criminal trespassing the vehicle, criminal damage to property, assault and battery on police, evading arrest. And by 28, robbery, escape, murder. And I'm down south. I'm charged with murder 1. So I'm facing the death penalty. The death penalty. So now I'm in a life or death situation, right? My life gets to flashing before my eyes. Everything coming back to me. And what do I see? Shortcut after shortcut after shortcut after shortcut that I took. And a lot of them a long time ago should have ended my life. Like when I was hustling out all night with the twins, right? In Milwaukee. Got robbed at gunpoint. Caught slipping. Made it out. The gang affiliate shootouts. I made it out. All the fights with the police officers. I got my jaw broke 3 times, in 3 places, one time in Memphis, Tennessee. Situation could have ended up like Freddie Gray's, Dante Wright, or George Floyd's. I was shot point blank range in the face by my ex-wife. I'm still here today. That's my ex, but. But as I'm sitting there waiting to go to trial, I beg God, I pray to God, please God, just give me one more chance. One more chance. If I can get time for the crime and I'm not assigned to the afterlife, I'm going to sacrifice and I'm going to make a change. Yeah, I'm going to sacrifice and I'm going to make a change. I get 35 years. I got found not guilty of murder 1 and got charged of murder 2. Got 35 years. Boom! That was my second chance. I didn't get the death penalty. But wait a minute, hold up. 35 years. Right? That's a long time. At the time, I'm 30 years old. That's longer than I've been alive. I got to thinking like, man, out of all the shortcuts I done took, this as far as it got me? Ladies and gentlemen, what I realized right then and there was that the shortcut is actually the long route. And the long route is a shortcut. Say that one more time in case you missed it. The shortcut is actually the long route. And the long route is in fact the shortcut. So now ain't no way out. Ain't nowhere to go. Nothing better to do but to better myself. So that's exactly what I do. I did 18 years total. The first 10 years was done on Supermax.
Oh, wow.
You know what that is?
Yes.
Shoot program, ninja. 23-hour lockdown. It ain't funny. It wasn't funny then, but it's funny now. I can joke about it, you know. 23-hour lockdown out of 24 hours a day. Homies died. Cousins died. Auntie Sylvie died. Auntie Joe died. Man, Grandma died. I couldn't do nothing about it. So I had to figure out a way to make this long route less difficult, uncomfortable, irritating. So I started exercising. Started exercising every day. Cultivating my mind. I started reading. I started reading everything I could get my hands on. A book that I read over and over and over again was the Bible. I tapped into that spiritual side that I never knew that was there. But when I look back, he had been there all along. The shootouts, being shot in the face, escaping the death penalty. So I started exploring that relationship with the higher power. I started seeking something that was outside of myself, bigger than myself. I'm transformed because of it. My old friends know. Because when I got released, I faced many challenges readjusting to society. But because of my relationship with God, it's helped me keep discipline and have discipline. It's helped me take time to make good decisions. It's helped me to build healthy, solid relationships. And it's helped me keep a positive mindset. So, anybody struggling out there with anything, I encourage you to read, find a book with principles to a higher power, the Torah, the Bible, Quran, whatever you believe in. But choose a higher power over shortcuts. The second thing I did along that long route to make things feel less difficult, uncomfortable, and irritating is education. Man, back then, I took every opportunity to educate myself. I took everything they had to offer. Anger management, thinking for a change, life skills, health and wellness, Voltec for upholstery. I even got my GED. I found out I was an artist. I started drawing. I started painting. I started doing portraits for people. I started making greeting cards. Then I started doing murals and logos for the prison, for the wardens. Then I'm getting paid money legally from the wardens and the inmates on my book. Now that changes the game when you locked up and you know you need money for commissary.
Yeah.
Right? And since I got out, my education is still accelerating my life. I'm able to get jobs. I own my own LLC since 2020 as a handyman. Thank you. You guys can book me too. And I'm continuing to do art. I just held an exhibit for an entire month at the University of Illinois. Thank you. I'm proud to say I'm a vendor for the university now. I was an honorable mention on the WCIA 3 News for my independent art galleries that I host here in town. Right here in this building is where they filmed it, actually. So I'm thankful for that. Now, if you want to skip some struggles in your life, I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, but try education over shortcuts. And the third thing I did to make my long route feel less difficult, uncomfortable, and irritating was focus on making a positive impact. When my father took his shortcut, I just left, not knowing how to deal with the situation. I caused a lot of pain with my mother instead of staying there with her and helping her. I sold drugs to a woman that eventually became my son's grandmother. I negatively impacted her, my son's mother, and my son. The impact I used to have on my community was damaging. I hurt people, and I caused fear. But today, I have a positive impact on my community. With my artwork, I've raised money with Carl and Mills Breast Cancer Center through a project I call Ruby, which is art on clothing. I raised money for Urbana School District. I raised money for local artists here in town to have a voice and expression, a place to express themselves with 40 North. I've raised money for AIDS awareness with a campaign called Artists Against AIDS. I'm a loving husband. I'm a father. Many friends call me for advice about life, about relationships, and about big decisions sometimes. Amazing things can happen when you choose a positive impact over shortcuts. Now, these lessons I've learned on my journey, I'm sharing with you. So you can choose freely today. You don't have to learn the hard way the way I did. However, my story serves as a reminder that no matter the hardships that you do face, you hold the power to change your life. You can overcome your past. You can achieve a better future. Now on the way, for sure, there's some shortcuts you can take. Go ahead and use that box of Jiffy. You ain't got to make the cornbread from scratch. Right?
Yeah. No.
Right, somebody gonna say no, right? Go ahead, go to H&R Block. Don't stay up all night crunching the numbers. Save your time. Go left, instead of right. Save you 3 minutes. It's cool, it's okay. But for the big stuff, take the long route. Choose a higher power over shortcuts. Because shortcuts is the long route. And long route is a shortcut to the things that matters the most in life. Thank you.